This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers and the Kansas Jayhawks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Coastal Carolina head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will get first crack at it here. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. To the air, it's Kelly. Got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Working that left side now. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Sees a crease. Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Coastal. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
The Jayhawks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Fires to the tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Red Evan on the RPO. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
And the Chanticleers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, it's Nowaski. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, shots and clears. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Long way to go on second down. On play action. Finds his big tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 3rd and 6 yards to go. They're going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The run inside. It's Nowaski. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The shot that clears, trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Excellent pass by the back on the option. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22.
Ready, go! Ready, go!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Linderbaum. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds his man. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends.
Go!
Hits the hole. It's Linderbaum. Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter.
Switch!
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Drops back, it's Peters. Hauls it in. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Sells to fake. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. From the gun. Fires on the move. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Racing down the left side. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Coastal. The defense takes matters into its own hands. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. To the air, it's Peters. He finds a dead spot in the middle. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quick catch. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Jayhawks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Catch is made at the 15. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got it. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, shot to clears. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. On target. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Moves the pocket. It's Peters. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. 2nd and long here. They want to throw it. Out wide right, it's Henry. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Jayhawks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Left side is Linderbaum. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Jayhawks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his target. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The throw to the outside is complete. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on his way. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pulls it in. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Syracuse Orange. And it's Michigan State looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now back to your game in Lawrence. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win.
And the Chanticleers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Henry. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Peters. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Reading the option, it's Peters. And a nice run there before the defense. He makes the stop. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Working the ground game. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Just drives it between the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Chanticleers now ready to go on offense. Looking for space, it's Nowaski. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Still on his feet at the 45. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Nowaski. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The fake wants to throw. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Moves to his right. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Out of the end zone. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for room. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Powers inside. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Running inside, it's Nowaski. He's past the marker. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Coastal! That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and now 18 on the season. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
And the returner is stopped. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Caught on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Red pass hits complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Hand it to the back. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Trying to take it back. He's going to get loose. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 2nd and long here. They want to run this quarterback. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 22. Go, go.
They're going to ride this running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Snags it, and he's open. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Peters. Got his man. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.